The Cleveland Cavaliers have begun the NBA season with a perfect 12-0 record, and that just wouldn't be possible without the contributions they've been getting from their bench. Caris LeVert, Ty Jerome, and Dean Wade have been the biggest standouts, with Jerome and LeVert especially building their own 6 Man of the Year campaigns at the same time. But even Sam Merrill and Georges Niang have turned in strong performances, and we're going to talk about Wade later in this video. And as a result of Cleveland's depth, no one in the Cavs starting lineup is playing in the top 50 for minutes per game. In fact, you have to scroll all the way down to 79 before finding Donovan Mitchell, who was 19th in minutes played the year before. In total, the Cavaliers starters are playing the 5th fewest minutes in the league, and even in close competitive games, their minutes are down because of the contributions Cleveland has gotten from their bench. The bench is 1st in plus minus, 3rd in offensive rating, and 3rd in net rating to start the season, so let's take a look at their most recent win and how it was the second unit that kept the streak alive for Cleveland. I want to start by building out how the first 2 quarters of this game against Chicago were going. This was the Cavaliers' 12th game of the season, and they have been far and away the league leaders in games played so far. Their schedule has been weirdly front-loaded with 4 games in 6 nights leading up to this matchup. So I think it was clear from the jump that fatigue was becoming a factor, and the Cavs just didn't seem as sharp on either end of the floor. Their win streak was definitely in jeopardy, and this play right here highlights how lackluster the Cavs looked in the 3rd quarter, with Evan Mobley being a step late as a help defender and taking an unusually poor angle to cut off this drive as Chicago was building a lead. So at this point in the game, Kenny Atkinson decided that his starters just weren't getting it done, and it was time to shake things up and change the look out on the floor. That's where we get this bizarre 3rd quarter lineup of Dean Wade at the 5, with Niang, Jerome, Merrill, and LeVert next to him. This was a bold move to make, but Atkinson has had no issue pressing all the buttons this season, so let's see how it turned out. On this first play, Chicago does a good job of rejecting Wade at the rim, but Ty Jerome has no intention of leaving with an empty possession. He steals the ball right here and takes a quick 3-pointer, then he gets the rebound off of his own miss, and all of this eventually leads to a Caris LeVert triple. These extra effort plays have become common for Jerome, and it's the 3rd chance opportunity that gets Cleveland feeling a spark of energy for the first time that night. Now on defense, we see Dean Wade checking Zach LaVine on the perimeter, holding him all the way to the rim for a tough contested shot. And on the other end, it's Wade knocking down a 3 once Jerome collapses the defense and sprays it out. So just like that, the Cavs have put 6 straight points on the Bulls, and Wade is going to show us some insane defensive versatility by smothering Williams in the post just 1 possession after holding his own on the perimeter against LaVine. Wade is seriously one of the most underrated defenders in the NBA, and honestly, he'll get his own video at some point in the near future. But after that rebound, Niang pushes it up the floor and the Cavs are attacking fast. This handoff with Merrill gets Niang's defender to pause for just a moment, and when Caris cuts through the lane, it opens up a path for Niang to barrel into the paint and convert the end one. That's now a 9-0 run in a matter of seconds, and the Cavs have officially rallied back to tie this game. Back on offense, we see why LeVert is so valuable as a 6th man with his coast-to-coast finish for an end one. LeVert is having his best start to a season, averaging about 12 points and 5 assists on 56% shooting off the bench. Here we get another great defensive play from Dean Wade, lunging out to wall off Williams and then stuffing his attempt in the paint. And when Chicago retains possession, it's Ty Jerome forcing the turnover and taking this steal all the way to the basket. Jerome has the 11th most steals in the NBA this season, despite playing the fewest minutes of anyone in the top 30. He's one of the few guys who pick up full court and actually applies ball pressure, racking up these 2-way plays every game whenever opponents get lazy around him. Here we see more rim protection from Wade, this time as a help defender, and don't overlook the fact that Wade is 6'9" with a 6'10" wingspan, so he's legitimately capable of protecting the rim and playing the 5 in a pinch. Again, this makes him one of the most versatile defenders in the NBA right now. On the next 2 plays, it's Jerome going to work one-on-one, and now the Cavs have gone from down by 9 to up by 6, all behind a rally from the bench. Donovan Mitchell checks back in at the start of the 4th quarter, but the Cavs are still rolling with Wade at the 5. And when they run a split action through him, Sam Merrill makes a fantastic ball fake to draw in the help defense and zip a cross-court pass for a Mitchell three-pointer. Merrill then comes down and plays lockdown defense on Giddey to force another turnover, and Mitchell turns this into 2 free throws, with Wade making a great cut from the slot. And just like that, the Cavs have rattled off a 24-7 run to extend their win streak off the strength of their depth. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more Cavs breakdowns, then please hit subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment. And until next time, go Cavs!